Let's do some self-care and then talk about faith. God has been dealing with me about faith recently, and he convicted me, and I have to confess that he has not just recently been my main source of help, if that makes sense, or my main source. I haven't trusted him. I've been trying to say, okay, I trust you, God, but then do things my own way, or really trying to figure out a backup plan. Like, God, I know you got me, but. And then he told me, like, when you say, God, I know you're going to provide this, this, and this, but, then that means everything prior to the but is erased because you are not making me the priority. Now, a lot of times I can trust him for me when it comes to something that I need and I feel like he shows up late. That's fine. But when it comes to something like with my kids, then it feels like I have to step in because they're my children. So I always try to figure out a way to have a backup plan to provide for them because I get scared and I have some doubts, and that's not okay because God was showing me in Matthew 7, it was just like, if, hold on, let me get it. It's ask, seek, knock. So it says, ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open for you. For everyone who asks receives. He who seeks finds. And to him who knocks, the door will be opened. Which of you, if his sons ask for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will give him a snake? If you then, though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give you good gifts to those who just ask him? So here I've been asking other people, but like, just think when your kids are in the store and they're like, oh, mom, I want this, or oh, dad, I want this. You might have your last $10, $20, but you will still try to get them that thing and sacrifice something that you want or you need. But God, he's our Heavenly Father, and he doesn't even have to sacrifice because he owns it all, you know? So, I mean, we're asking the wrong people. Our jobs are not the ones to provide for us. Our families are not the ones to provide for us. The good gifts come from God. God is the one who provides. God is the one who owns it all. So God is going to provide. So I've been struggling with this because I've been just like, okay, let me ask someone just as a backup. And then I get disappointed. But that's not what he's called you to do. It's not for them to help you. It's not for them to provide for you. It is for you to ask the right one, and that is God. Ask God and he will bring it to your door. Like, it's him who your help comes from. And I confess that I've been doing the wrong thing because I've been scared and I've been doubting, and like it's easy to have faith. Like, I feel like, you know, when you're swimming and where your feet, you know, hit the ground, you're like, oh, I got this. But as soon as your parent brings you out deeper, it's just like, I got to grab onto something. I need some help. I need to figure out how I'm going to stay above water. But yeah, that's what he's been teaching me through this whole process. And even like for things that like food, like he's always provided food for me. So like I have faith that food is going to be provided. Even with my phone, you don't know how many times my phone number has been changed. And people always comment like, oh, you always got a different number. You always got to get a different number. Or, oh, you never answer the phone. Or, oh, I never got that number. Well, because I don't answer my phone first. And God provides. God pays my bill. Recently, a couple months ago, or maybe a month ago, I don't know the time, but he told me not to pay my phone bill. And it was only like $50. He said, don't pay your phone bill. I'm going to provide for you. And I'm like, okay, here we go again. You're going to provide a phone. Like, you already provided me a phone. This phone, I like it. And he's like, I'm going to provide. Do not pay your phone bill. And don't ask anybody to pay it for you. And I said, all right. And then email came into my inbox about a free phone, like the government phone, because my kids get Medicaid or Medicare or whatever. And so I applied and they sent me a phone that is now paid for because God provides. Nobody provided it Nobody knew that I wasn't supposed to pay my phone bill. Nobody knew anything but God. And he sent that application and sent a phone to my door. So he provides. And this is so hard because he's speaking to me through this too. And he's like, you're talking to the wrong people. If you having nothing would give your kids everything, then what do you think I'm doing? Like, what am I? Like, who am I to you? Am I bigger than you not having a job? Am I bigger than you not being able to do this or that? Am I bigger than that? And the answer is yes. So don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. He is going to take care of you. As long as you trust him and don't use him as a backup plan. Or have two plans. With God, there's only one way. It's either you have faith or you don't. It's either you believe him or you don't. And a lot of times it's hard. I have to go to him constantly like, Lord, I don't know. You said you're going to do this, but the days is ticking, man. School started, man. Things are happening, man. Like, and he's like, I'm not a man that I should lie. I don't lie. I said I would take care of you. I take care of you. I said that I would pay your phone bill. I'm paying your phone bill. I said that I would provide this. I'm providing this. And I'm just astounded. And I feel like we don't remember all the things that God has brought us through. We tend to forget. So just remember that he provides, and don't ask anybody for help. Ask him and wait for him to do it for you. He's your father. It's just like your father. You're like, oh, Dad, can you go ahead and make sure you do this? And then I thank you. I thank you for doing this. I thank you for not forgetting. I thank you that you always remember me. I thank you that you always take care of me. And a lot of people, like, this is going to encourage you, but it's really encouraging me because he's been telling me, don't make me a backup plan. I always provide. I always come through. I am never late. Man, he's just so good. And no matter what, remove the but, okay? No matter what, remove the but. I know you might have kids that you need to take care of and you got bills, but God is able. I know that school is about to start, but God is able. That erases all of that. So you need to switch what you're saying. I know you might not have this, but God is able. I know that this is lacking, but with God, all things are possible. So that erases your doubt and go ahead and includes faith. And man, he's just so good. And I didn't even know that I needed this encouragement today. But hey, I know things seem crazy right now, but God is able. I know what God is asking you to do seems crazy, but God is able. I know it doesn't look how it's supposed to look, but God is able. I know people are judging you and talking about you, but God is able. God is able. Man,